Welcome to another episode of the 5-Minute Money Manager. Life is generally recognized as a basic human right, yet too many people in the world are threatened with death because of lack of food. I generally don't like to quote extensively, but I am making an exception for this episode. I will be reading from the United Nations 2022 edition of the State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World report. As many as 828 million people were affected by hunger in 2021, 46 million people more than a year earlier, and 150 million more than 2019. After remaining relatively unchanged since 2015, the proportion of people affected by hunger jumped in 2020 and continued to rise in 2021 to 9.8% of the world population. This compares with 8% in 2019 and 9.3% in 2020. Around 2.3 billion people in the world, 29.3%, were moderately or severely food insecure in 2021. Nearly 924 million people, 11.7% of the global population, face food insecurity at severe levels, an increase of 207 million in 2 years. The gender gap in food insecurity continued to rise in 2021. 31.9% of women in the world were moderately or severely food insecure, compared to 27.6% of men, a gap of more than 4 percentage points, compared with 3 percentage points in 2020. Almost 3.1 billion people could not afford a healthy diet in 2020. Up 112 million from 2019, reflecting the effects of inflation and consumer food prices stemming from the economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic and the measures put in place to contain it. An estimated 45 million children under the age of 5 were suffering from wasting, the deadliest form of malnutrition, which increases children's risk of death by up to 12 times. Furthermore, 149 million children under the age of 5 had stunted growth and development due to a chronic lack of essential nutrients in their diets, while 39 million were overweight. Progress is being made on exclusive breastfeeding, with nearly 44% of infants under 6 months of age being exclusively breastfed worldwide in 2020. This is still short of the 50% target by 2030. Of great concern, 2 in 3 children are not fed the minimum diverse diet they need to grow and develop to their full potential. Looking forward, projections are that nearly 670 million people, 8% of the world's population, will still be facing hunger in 2030, even if a global economic recovery is taken into consideration. This is a similar number to 2015, when the goal of ending hunger, food insecurity, and malnutrition by the end of this decade was launched under the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. So what do all these grim statistics have to do with managing our money and our everyday happiness? Well, research has shown that generous behavior increases happiness, and longer-lasting happiness results from giving to others than from giving to ourselves. After reviewing many studies on happiness, one author summed it up as follows: in a nutshell, giving to charity makes us happier, especially when we freely choose to give. Whether we have a little or a lot of money, how we choose to spend it matters most to our happiness. The same is true with our time. Volunteering at a charity will do wonders for your emotional well-being. If your aim in life is for you and others to be happy, evidence suggests learning and teaching others to be deliberate in giving of their time and means to charity will have the greatest impact in this noble pursuit. Because hunger exists worldwide, I encourage you to start giving, as your circumstances allow, some of your time and or money to help charitable organizations eliminate hunger in your own community first. It will be of great service to local individuals and families and will greatly benefit you with increased happiness. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.